society, so figure that out.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing, your stories. It's just packed. There's one part I want to get to, and that is when you left the Oaks, God took you on a journey. For 8 or 9 years, you had left the Oak Ridge Boys, and you talked about the four walls closing in and your faith. Can we talk about that for a few minutes and what that was like in your journey and then getting back into the Oaks again?
It was a situation, it's probably a lot of it was my own fault. I like to party a lot. After a show, I'd take off. Somebody says something's going on somewhere else in town. I'd go to after hour parties, and so I was enjoying the ride, so to speak. Normally you would leave town by 2 o'clock because everybody's got to load up and you travel all night to the next town. You wake up in the next town. So sometimes I might have been close to, they might have wait a few minutes on me, but anyhow. My partners, you know, I helped hire each one of those guys. I called them to come join the Oak Ridge Boys, and then they started having closet meetings behind my back.
Well, how do you feel about that betrayal, and how did God use that to work in your heart?
It's like a lot of other things. It's like going to Russia. It's a sobering experience. It's kind of like when things happen to you in life, you know, that's close to you. Your partners vote you out, and there's never a meeting on it, but you're sent letters of. I actually heard about it from fans after the concert.
I read that.
Is how I first heard about it. Was a longtime fan come up, was crying after a show. I said, "Is everything okay?" She said, "Well," she said, "I just hated to hear that they're firing you." I said, "Really?" She said, "Yeah." So she told which one of the guys had said that in a bar, told some people, and so I called the office. I had actually stayed in Detroit that night after the concert because Bob Seger was playing at Joe Louis Arena the next night, and I wanted to see his concert. And I take my kids growing up to go see these concerts, but I stayed to see Bob Seger, but then I called back to the office and talked to my secretary, and she said I had a letter there from it was to me, and it looked like it was from the other guys. So anyhow, I told her that I'd be back the next day, that I was staying in Detroit. But yeah, that's how I found out and then I read about it the following day in the newspaper.
What would you say to somebody right now, because God has changed your life, and what would you say to somebody that has gone through something like that?
I'm a firm believer that things don't just happen. There's a reason and a purpose for everything that happens. I mean, whether it's good or bad, there's still a reason for it. And sometimes bad things happen to wake you up to finally have a positive outcome on certain things in life. The Oaks getting together and
you're back with them.
Huh?
And you're back with them.
Yeah.
You're back with them, and I heard about the time that you walked on the stage.
Yeah.
When you reunited, everybody a standing ovation.
Well, they individually came back to me. I heard there was problems going on, that some of the guy was leaving them and had dropped them out. And anyhow, I heard that there was talk. Jim Halsey, our manager, went to them and told them. They went to him and asked him what to do. He said, "Well, guys, I have a 50-point plan for what the Oak Ridge Boys need to do right now." He said, "The first thing you're going to have to do is to get William Lee Golden back in this group. And then when you get him back, I'll explain the other 49 things that we need to do." He said, "But without that, these other things won't work."
Well, William, I am so glad that you are back with the Oak Ridge Boys. You've been back because you are blessing so many lives. And
Yeah.
so thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Well, thank you for being here at our home. I appreciate y'all all taking the time to come out here. You know, we're not downtown Nashville. We're out here in the middle of the woods almost.
We love it. Thank you
out
so
by
much.
the creek.
Thank you.
You're always welcome. Thank you.
My friend, are your four walls closing in on you, or you've been betrayed by a friend? I want you to look up and keep your eyes focused on Jesus. He will never leave you.